And we're back. This is Pete with the Professional Permaculture Designer, here to keep the communication theme going at the end of this beautiful week. The snow is melting here, it's sunny most every day, and I feel spring is right around the corner here in Minnesota. I'm curious what the weather's like for you and what you're looking forward to in the next couple months here, what the changes are bringing for the natural systems around you, and what that brings for you. I have a couple mentorship positions open if you're interested in talking more about exploring your own business on a one-to-one level with me and picking apart what's working and what isn't, looking at your mindset and how that's either helping you move forward or creating resistance for you. If it's not feeling awesome to work on your business, there's a reason, because it should feel super fun. I have a blast doing these videos for you guys because I've found something that really works for me in my business. And then also in my design business, I've learned to tweak where things aren't feeling great and change around my packaging, my pricing, my marketing, my sales, and the delivery of my service so that it all feels awesome. And if it doesn't feel great, I know I can be honest with myself and take a look at how it could be enhanced. So if you're interested in looking at that together, we can have a discovery call. So leave me a PM or comment below about that. Today, clear communication with your clients. There's so many pieces that we could cover here. This applies to so much. And one of the biggest themes in my life the past few months, past few years, has just been clear communication. And it's funny how hard that can be for some of us. Many of us really struggle with communicating our true thoughts, beliefs, feelings clearly to others, especially because we feel that there might be some sense of rejection or confrontation that's really uncomfortable. And you know what? You got to get used to feeling uncomfortable in your business, because there's so much new stuff you'll be doing all the time. You know, down the road when you've been doing this for 20 years, it might be a different story, but there's so much that business, and having your own business especially, it's keeps you growing. And that's one reason why I love it so much, is because it's continually spurring my growth. It's really just a personal growth project, having a business. It's not about growing the business, it's about growing yourself and your capacity to view things in a way that does create a successful business and act in a way on a daily basis that keeps it moving forward. The business is just an extension of you and how well you're performing on a personal level. So I'm going to get into just some random, slightly random tidbits, but more about how to know when the delivery is complete for the service that you're offering a client, getting paid on time, and handling the tough conversations that can come up if things don't go quite how you planned. So the first piece is having an established point at which you and the client both know that you fulfilled the service that you've been paid for. So that's a huge piece. I've come across designers all the time who have these weird payment schedules where they're getting paid monthly every month for 5 months because the person that they're working with, for whatever reason, they feel that they need to offer the person a payment plan. And then they're caught having to make 5 different invoices and follow up and trying to get paid. It's kind of a waste of energy, honestly. Or they don't actually, the client doesn't have a clear idea of when the design's actually been done and when the designer's fulfilled all their work. And so the client keeps asking for changes, the designer keeps doing them because they just want the client to be happy. But in actuality, the designer just needs to be clear in communicating that, hey, I did this design, you know, I did what you said at the time, I'm done. If you want to do more changes, you have to pay for them. It's just the way you run a successful business. And it's not about cutting clients off if they really need extra help, but it's about having clearly defined services and a scope of work so that you know when you're done and when you're in the right, when you're validated in saying, hey, I've fulfilled my part of the bargain. You need to pay, you know, an extra hourly amount or whatever if we're going to do more changes on this design or more updates in future phases. That's something that I even ran into this winter. I had a huge design, $8,500 for a suburban lot, and it was the biggest design that I'd ever signed on. And so I was wanting to do a really, really awesome job, and it turns out the person's really happy, but I overpromised a couple things that I'm now having to communicate that, hey, you know, I actually I don't have time to do those things. I don't have time to do those things, or I'm able to work it out so that I can see what they truly need and then what I was talking about delivering and meet them halfway, and not be over delivering based on the amount that I was actually compensated for my time, because our expertise really is valuable, and doing things for free, you know, you can put a bunch of excuses around it, like I need the experience, I want to build collateral for my business, and ultimately it's up to you whether you truly feel great about doing work for free. But I know for me, I don't do my best work when it's done in that way. And there are some things that I do see as investments in the future of my business, such as writing a management plan for a client that has aspects that I can use for future work. But when it comes down to it, it's really a question of, if you're doing a lot of work for free, is it a business or is it a hobby? So clear payment terms also keep everybody happy. Knowing exactly what date someone's going to pay, what amount, and just leaving it at that. There's no question of, you know, when do I get paid is like saying that I just get paid when the design's complete. That could potentially work, but what does that mean? Does the client know what that means? If everybody's on the same page, there's not going to be a question, and you're not going to waste time and energy trying to track somebody down to get paid for work you did. That's definitely one of the most stressful things that could happen in a business. And if it's happening to you, it's just a great lesson, right? And you can see, how can I communicate more clearly with the client in my proposal, in my conversations with them, so that they know the next people I work with, or the person that I'm working with still, knows that the next payment is going to happen on this date, and I will be done with this thing, which means I will get paid. And handling tough conversations with clients. When the unexpected happens, something goes wrong during an installation, you made a mistake on the design, delays happen, maybe you got sick or your computer broke and you need to let somebody know that, hey, I'm not able to get this done on this deadline. I've never actually had it be a real issue. You know, it's up to somebody else in terms of the emotion that they react to some news with. You're not responsible for other people's emotions. So to think that you shouldn't tell somebody the truth of what's going on, if it's the best for you, if it's going to give you more time, if it's going to be honest with them, just let them know, and they can react however they want. I've rarely had anyone get upset, and if they do get upset, that's their own deal, and you can look at that as a great lesson on, this type of person, I can kind of be wary of them in the future as far as taking on clients or how to approach this type of client relationship. Handling the tough conversations, it's always better just to be honest as soon as you can with somebody, air the issue, and talk about it clearly. You'll actually end up building stronger relationships with your clients because of this, because they see you as an honest person that they can trust. And trust is the basis of a great sales, business, any relationship, when you're upfront with people and you're not afraid to tell them the truth, because you can come to terms and create a better solution rather than letting something get out of hand. So if you would like to work on your communication, let me know via comments below if there's some aspect you're trying to figure out how to talk with somebody about. If you'd like to work with me on a one-to-one mentorship for your business and really level it up and get it humming, let's talk more and have a one-on-one discovery call. You can reach out via PM or comment below if you're interested in advancing your sales and marketing skills and bringing in consistent work that you're really, really excited to work on, because it's well aligned with who you are and the types of clients you want to bring in. Have a beautiful weekend, guys. This has been a wonderful week, and thanks for being here and interacting. Definitely reach out to other members in the group. If you see somebody who's got similar interests as you, it's always helpful to connect. We're in a connection economy now. We're not in this transactional economy anymore. This is about building relationships. So definitely make use of it. I'll see you guys around. Bye.